Assalamu alaikum students, hope you are doing well. Our today's topic is online gaming. Online gaming, as you know from the name, that you play the games online. There are several categories in which games are divided, for example shooters, simulations, role playing, and etc. For online gaming you need some important things through which you can play the games easily. For example, high speed internet, gaming control device, for example Xbox, PlayStation, or joystick. Nowadays we have touch screen, so it's not important to have these controls, these things. Gaming software, which is very important. Proper hardware means you need that much memory and several other things, for example space, SD card or something which can support the game, and latest flash or web browser versions. Okay, there are several multiplayer games which are written here, but in the daily life nowadays you know about the PUBG is the multiplayer games. It is a very heavy game which support multiplayers. It needs it need heavy internet because you are playing it online, so it is not that much you can say it is not purely online, because you have installed that game in your mobile or computer. Then it will be played with the help of internet because it's online. There are several other games, for example Candy Crush or like Farm Valley, Facebook games. You have seen these also. These games are purely online games because these are not saved in your computer. Another thing which is telephony. Online telephony means to telephone through internet. So there are several softwares which allow you to do this. For example Skype, through which you can call from one computer to another computer. It needs only one ID to connect to the other computer. There are several other softwares, for example WhatsApp. Even Instagram allows you to call from that, and Facebook Messenger also allow you to telephone from this. When you call from a simple phone to another phone, it is called telephone, right? So when you call from the internet, it is called online telephony. Then file transfer protocol, FTP. It is the service through which you can exchange the files through internet. It is the protocol actually through which you can send the things from one website to another website, or your computer to another website. The T is the transfer, and FTP. In FTP servers can be public or private. Okay, public FTP servers do not require a login or a password. If you are sending publicly something, it do not require login or password, but these are not very common. Mostly common websites provide you private FTP. It looks like HTTP, but it use instead of FTP it use HTTP. Okay, how FTP works? There is the client and the server. Client is the one who is sending something, and server is the other computer which is receiving something, or sending the message through one place to another. That server also helps to use the services on any website or any server. So open any FTP website. There are some steps to access the FTP service, the servers. Open the FTP website. A dialog box appears asking you to enter the username and password. Just enter your username and password. Then after connecting the FTP server, use the internet of Windows Explorer to upload and download or delete files. Means you can upload something there. Actually FTP websites are not like it's those websites do not have the FTP name in it. Several websites are FTP websites. For example, if you are using Gmail, right, then Gmail is the FTP website. Or if for example there are several websites like where I have studied in the university website has the learning online management system, in which we can send our assignments and receive the assignments also. So that website has that FTP. That website is the FTP website through which we can share our information and our files through it. So your today's work is still up here, and there are several questions which are given to you, and solve these questions on your copy and book. Thanks.